Hello, and welcome to the Risk Management webinar at Georgia State University's J. Mac Robinson College of Business, into a world of information that can be your key to the future business success. My name is Nicole Westfall, and I am a graduate admissions recruiter for Robinson College of Business. Today, we would like to talk to you about why you should choose the Master of Actuarial Science program or the Master of Risk Management and Insurance in Mathematical Risk Management programs at Robinson. Why Atlanta is going to be a great destination for business professionals and the details of these programs, and finally about the admissions process. Before I get started, I would like to introduce a couple of people on this webinar. First, I would like to introduce my colleague, Allison Jacobs, and Felton Todd, who will be discussing the admissions process. Anisha Riley, who will be discussing the details of the MAS and MRM programs. Next, I would like to begin by telling you a little bit about the Robinson College of Business. Our college, which celebrates its 100th anniversary this year, has a rich history and tradition, and of greater importance, it is our contemporary curriculum that keeps with the needs of today's highly competitive global business environment. We are proud to offer graduate and undergraduate programs that are among the finest in the nation. Our part-time MBA is ranked among the best by Bloomberg Businessweek and U.S. News and World Report, and the Financial Times ranks our executive MBA among the world's premier programs. The success of the J. Mac Robinson College of Business is due to several factors. Our faculty members are among the best in the world. They are experts in their respective fields, consult with businesses worldwide, and are often quoted in the media. As the fifth largest business school in the United States, with approximately 200 full-time faculty members, we are able to offer a wide variety of graduate and undergraduate courses. Our talented student body is one of the most diverse in the United States, hailing from more than 88 countries. Our location in the heart of Atlanta's vibrant downtown business district makes us minutes away from many of the top companies in the nation, including the Coca-Cola Company, Turner Broadcasting, Georgia Pacific, Bell South, UPS, SunTrust Banks, and the Home Depot. Now, why Atlanta? For those of you who may not know, Atlanta is located on the east coast of the United States, just north of Florida. It is the 9th largest city in the U.S. and by far one of the most affordable. We also boast the world's busiest airport, which makes for cheap airfare and easy and convenient flights. We have a great public transportation system, which includes the MARTA, which will take you right to your classes in Buckhead and even right to the airport. And as I mentioned earlier, Atlanta allows for us to be within walking distance of some of the top Fortune 500 companies. Now to talk a little bit about the cost of living in Atlanta and on campus. Off campus, within the city, apartments typically cost from $600 to $1,000 a month, and in the suburbs, just a little bit cheaper than that. Usually, utilities cost about $100 a month. We also have some great on-campus options. As you can see, we have shared lofts, private 2 bedrooms, shared apartments with a meal plan, and you can see some of the pricing for those. Now just to talk a little bit about our office. We are the Office of Graduate Recruiting and Student Services, and we are here to help you through the admissions process, enrollment, advisement. We will walk you through with any questions you may have and be there for you throughout this entire process. Also, we have the Career Management Center, which offers individual career counseling, resume reviews, workshops, panel discussions. And one of our really great benefits about being in a city like Atlanta is the opportunity to work with some top-level executives. We can match you with them and start more of a mentoring program for you. We also offer the Robinson Career Connection, where jobs and internships are posted for all of our students. Now Anisha will talk to you about the Masters of Actuarial Science.
Georgia State University has one of the oldest and most influential actuarial science programs in the United States. We have hundreds of alumni that work around the world. Since 1958, the MAS program has prepared students with quantitative backgrounds for careers in the actuarial profession. Additionally, the MAS coursework prepares students for the professional certifications of the Society of Actuaries and the Casualty Actuarial Society. Our courses will prepare students for the various exams as well as giving VEE credits. Many of our students graduate being prepared to take all of the exams upon graduation. This is some of the coursework that we cover. As you can see, we have one finance course, one mathematical risk management course, and the rest of the courses are actuarial science. Those different courses prepare you as you're going through for each, which is what students, they take those courses and then take the subsequent exams generally at the end of it, which, as you can see, that's why so many of our students graduate having passed exams. Since there's one MRM course, a lot of our students, after taking that MRM course, decide to do our double major of mathematical risk management. The mathematical risk management program is very interesting as it quantifies insurance. It is a program that has financial engineering. It looks at the application of quantitative finance and then how you manage those different exposures. As you can see, with the next slide, you'll see some of the coursework that you're taking. So since you're taking that finance course, the Finance 8000 Valuation of Financial Assets, that same course is taken with the MAS degree, the mathematical, the actuarial science degree. So this program, since you're taking those two courses that are very similar, that's why students then do the dual major. It's a great way to take advantage of looking at risk sharing, looking at financial engineering, and econometrics. After people take that at the bottom, I've had people being interested in risk analytics. This program, the MAS program and the MRM program, are really great in the risk management insurance department. We are ranked 4th. Many of our graduates graduate having employment. Our students take advantage of the summertime, and they don't take courses, as many courses are become limited, and students instead do internships. Our office has the advantage of having someone in the office that prepares students for finding internships as well as working with the Career Center on their resumes. The Risk Management Insurance Department has been recognized by the Society of Actuaries, and we are designated as a Center of Actuarial Excellence. We were one of the first institutions that was recognized that way in 2009. As I mentioned before, our coursework does prepare you for the VEE, and many of the courses that you're taking, you'll be able to get that finished through that.
Thank you, Anisha. Now we'll go over the admissions process and some of the criteria that we look for as far as when you apply to programs here within Robinsons, like the MAS and MRM programs. Now, for our programs, no matter as far as the specialized masters, such as the ones that we have discussed this morning, we take either GMAT or GRE. For our international students, we do take the TOEFL or IELTS test as well. Past academic work, which simply means we request that we have all official transcripts, no matter from any institution, or basically if you've only taken one class at one school, that we will need that at some point in time in the evaluation process. The work experience. Now for the specialized masters, work experience is not needed or not preferred, but it is a plus to have it as far as in the whole academic profile for yourself. So within that, we submit a resume. And that resume, I would say, needs to be as detailed as possible to show your matriculation as far as within your professional career. And then for the specialized masters, it's optional to submit letters of recommendation, but it doesn't hurt to submit letters of recommendation. You can submit up to 3. And if you're currently working, definitely someone as a manager or someone that can speak highly as far as your work ethic, or if you're a student that has recently graduated or in the process of graduating, you can use one of your professors to write your letters of recommendation. Now, all those components takes us into our admission decision. Now, if you're wondering if one thing is held higher than the other, no, everything is weighed equally. So submitting all the information helps build a stronger case for the admission decision. Since for the specialized masters, there is not, in this component, there is not an interview for you. So everything that we have within the admissions application process to this point definitely helps build as far as or will serve as your interview process for you. Now, once we have everything, it typically takes 2 to 3 weeks for us to make an admission decision, and we will actually respond to you first initially by your email address that you apply to on your online application for your online application, and then from there you receive a physical notification from that point. Now, these are just some of the averages for our programs with the MRM, Actuarial Sciences, and other programs here within Robinson College of Business. The current GMAT average is a 612, GRE on the new scale of 306, and we only look at 2 areas. We look at the quantitative and verbal. And with the range is roughly what we look for those two are 155 in each area. The average GPA currently right now is a 343, and then average work experience is 5 years. But again, for the specialized masters, the work experience is not needed as far as within the requirements, but it definitely will help out as far as with the actually with the admission decision. Now, there's some additional components for our international student. There's an English proficiency that we look into. And as I said before, we take either test, TOEFL or IELTS. Now, there are some exceptions to this. If you're a U.S. naturalized citizen or you have received a degree from a U.S. accredited institution, you can actually exempt from the TOEFL or IELTS exam. We also do ask for you to submit any academic credentials that you have taken abroad or here to actually complete your admission application. Now, if you have taken credits abroad, we use only 3 evaluators for the evaluation: Joseph Silney, ECE, and also WES. Now, for financial resources, you will have to submit information to our International Student Scholarship Services. And for more details as far as with that process and the items that will be needed, you can simply visit www.isss.gsu.edu for more information there. Now, our application deadline. Now, for our MRM MAS programs, we actually enroll or intake every semester. So that's spring, summer, and fall. Now, these are just some of the deadlines that are coming up for our next semester as far as for our spring semester. The international deadline is, which will begin in January, is August 1st for our international student. For our domestic student, October 15th. Then after that will be the summer semester, which begins in June. For our international student, the deadline is September 1. And then for our domestic students, February 1st. And then for fall, which begins in August, March 15th, and then May 1st. So again, these are some of the deadlines that as far as for the program itself. What these deadlines are there for as far as for students to submit at least their application by. Your supporting documents such as transcript, test scores, things of that nature can be submitted 30 to 45 days after that. But just keep in mind that as far as the longer that it takes for additional components to come in, the longer that you will have to wait for an admission decision. So the quicker that you have your information submitted, the quicker you can hear back as far as if you are accepted into the program or not. Now, the tuition and fees for our specialized master's programs. Now, if you're a Georgia resident, currently right now, the tuition cost is $449 per credit hour. For a 3-hour course, it's $1,347. Now, for a non-resident, still very economical. It's $1,249 for 1 credit hour, $3,747 for a 3-hour course. Now, there's some additional fees to keep in mind as well. The application fee is $50. The program fee or program deposit fee, or what I like to call the confirmation deposit, is $250 and it's non-refundable. Now, there's some additional fees to keep in mind. $660 and also $404 for our USG fees are what every student pays, no matter if you're an undergrad or grad student or no matter what graduate program that you may be in. And then we estimate the books at $125 per class. So just keep in mind that's the estimated cost as far as for books. Now, financing your degree. Now, if you're currently a individual that's working for some organization or company, you could look into a corporate sponsorship. So if that option is out there for you, definitely taking this information back to your HR representative to see if you are eligible for some type of tuition reimbursement. But also here at Rawson, we do have different scholarships and ones that can possibly help you out in the future endeavors as far as continuing your educational career. Now, these are just some of the examples of some scholarships that we do offer. And there is also a link that we provided here for you so you can do your research as far as different scholarships that are not listed here that are offered here within Robinson also Georgia State University as a whole. Also, we do offer what we call graduate research assistantship positions, or what we call GRA positions. GRA positions are simply a position like a student worker that you work within the department or for a professor within that department that sometimes that can help alleviate the cost of your tuition, sometimes in full or half. And then we also provide stipends as far as with these GRA positions. But the details of those positions can change or vary as far as with the position location. So keep in mind as far as GRA positions, and definitely once you have been accepted into the program or your program of choice, definitely doing the research to see what positions are out there will be definitely a key component. Next, we have educational loans. If you're familiar with the process that's from undergraduate applying for the FAFSA, the same process applies to your undergraduate level. Simply fill out the information, including a school code, simply will actually qualify you as far as completing the FAFSA information. Now, there's additional component if you're looking for some more funding. There's a Grad Plus loan that we do here as far as in the graduate recruiting student service office. The Grad Plus loan does a soft inquiry to your credit history, and you will actually be contacted by one of our financial aid representatives here within Robinson if you are approved for this loan. And then last, you have private loans. If you are looking at or seeking into private loans, the thing that I can recommend for private loans, always ask for the educational loan. With the educational loan, you receive a lower interest rate, so that can save you some financial gain or financial money towards the end. Now, this brings us to the end of the presentation itself. We're going to open up the actual floor to you as the students to ask any questions as far as about the program itself, anything as far as about the city of Atlanta, as far as residential living, things of that nature. But here's our contact information. Also, as again, this is Allison Jacobs information, myself, Felton, and also Nicole Westfall. And you can reach us at any point in time if you do have additional questions once this session has ended. Keep in mind the information that you see that was presented here will be sent to you in an email, so you can refer back to it at any point in time. Again, thank you for attending the MAS Art